So, hello and good evening. It's almost 8 o'clock here in Cologne and dark outside. And there's lots of time because of the current circumstances right now. So I thought I finally do some videos, and I will start with Qi Gong tapping routine, which is not too long. And I am Philip. So I always do Qi Gong like with bare feet, and yes, I always start just with closing my eyes and having like a little silence in the body, and as well like listening to silence, let's say, in the brain. And so then the tapping is probably the opposite of silence. It's like an activation of the energy, so whenever you maybe also feel cold or like a bit stiff, it's a good way to actually start the day. And yeah, to my understanding, it functions like that. So when you hit, then you directly go like on the, let's say, cellular level, or the yeah, you directly have impact on your body, on the cells, but also on the blood flow and so on. So let's start. It starts like with the kidney. So you go up and down the lower back as many times actually as you want. You don't have to stick to the video speed, but so. And the next thing is that you start and then you go back the legs and then up the front. Oh, actually not the front, but you can vary. Like, so when you go down, you can take the back side and up the insides and then around, but you can also take more like to the outside of the leg, and then also the front of the leg, and you do it sometimes. So next thing is then the leg gates. So you hit like where you're with a fist, where your hip joints are, and then to the insides of your legs. Makes a nice rhythm. And then you continue a bit with the belly. You can open your eyes or close your eyes. And as I say, you can stay longer or go faster. Then I go a bit up and I change to fists, and I go a bit up and down at the sternum. So, and behind the sternum there's the thymus gland, which I don't know so much about, but which is supposed to be very important for your immune system. And then you take a bit like with your fists below the collarbones. And actually you can always change it a bit, so where you feel like it's very pleasant or unpleasant, so to adjust your practice to your needs. And I also do the sides. sides of the body, the rib cage. And then a bit of swinging, and you slap the armpit. And then again the sternum and to the side, but this time first inside down and then outside up until the neck, and then inside out up until the neck. And then you change over to the other side. And then I always do like side changing on the chest. And the same then to the back here. And you can also go from the sides and then to the shoulders. And then I change to use my the tips of the fingers to have some lighter touch, and then to some tapping here around the throat and also the back of the neck, so around, and also a bit like higher. But then first I always do like the front here and then the jar, and also here like behind the jar, and then here this point, and then up, and then the point, so once below the teeth and once above the teeth, and then here below the eyes, and then around sides of the eyes, and then the eyebrows, and between the eyes. As you like it, you can also do a bit with your nose. And of course, in this time, please wash your hands before you do this. Maybe it's actually all the time advisable to do that. The sides of the head, so the front of the head, forehead, I mean, then sides of the head. And I also always feel like it makes a nice, it's very relaxing, and also when I have some strange thoughts or whatever, I actually went through the tapping, it feels like my thinking is like a bit interrupted, and I get a bit more happy. It's like kind of an interruption, of this constant volumes of thinking, especially if you have like in some negative thinking, then this makes you more, I don't know, a bit more like happy or like uplifting, I feel like, especially when I tap my head. So, and then here, and it also makes the hair look nice and fluffy somehow. So you can do this as long as you like, as you need it. I feel like here, the sides of my head, they really need something. Back of the head, yeah, then also don't forget the back. So should we spare it out a bit? And then I always do towards the end, like I take the palm, the fingers flat, and I just do a bit on the ears, for example. And I do the same also on the eyes a bit. And on the mouth. Yeah, then you would have some time to freestyle, or I do, for example, this for the eyes a bit. So it's I do it This is now, I think, counterclockwise. So against the direction in which the hair of the eyebrows grow. Yes, and then maybe just something you enjoy. And actually you can also do the whole tapping routine, for example, if you are worried that it's too loud or something, like also the beginning, you could also do the same thing, just like touching, so you don't engage with tapping, but you do it like with touching. That's also an option. Maybe that also suits you better. That would be like a variation. And then to end the thing with the tapping, I always liked, so the stance is always, so you put the toes into the front, more or less, the Qi Gong stance. Sometimes it's also a bit out, like if it's too difficult for you, and then the knees, they go, they point over the toes, and then I do the tapping, which is like rotating. So where you can choose if this action comes from pushing from the legs or the feet, or if you choose more like to rotate from the arms, and you have like fists, and the front fists goes kind of to the lower belly or to the hip joints. You can also do it turned. And the other one goes left and right of the sacrum or on the sacrum, depending how you do it. So this is how you start. And then you can have different points up if you like. And there's actually this one for the lungs, so right below the shoulders or on the chest, which is mostly very pleasant. And then you hit over the shoulder. And then you go down again. And down to the leg. And then you let it just swing out, and then we have a little silence as in the beginning, and you can feel maybe difference from the beginning, or just feel like how the body feels now. And sometimes there's some resonance, like some tingling, as they say in English. So some tingling in your body, like from all the hitting, or where the energy has been awakened. So Qi means the life force or life energy, and Gong is, means like method, so it's like a method to awaken or to cultivate your, take care of your life energy. And then come to stillness, also stillness, listening to stillness, maybe some stillness in your brain. And then I thank you very much for watching this, and hopefully also doing this and having some kind of benefit or good feeling from it. And yeah, you can ask me questions or let me know how it was, and I'm going to do some more Qigong videos, but maybe also other things. So stay stay fit and healthy and cheerful, and see you.